Hey everyone, it's Lexi. So in today's video I'll be sharing with you my current favorite recent book adaptations. In a lot of these cases I prefer the TV show or movie to the book. So, oh man, I said like the one thing you're not supposed to say on BookTube, but I think in some cases, I think sometimes especially the story translates better to like kind of a TV show or movie format. So, I think I'm a little worried what you guys are gonna think, but for the most part, it doesn't matter. I enjoy what I enjoy, so that's fine. We're all subject to our own opinions, but these are books, my current favorite book adaptations, and most of these are kind of in towards the later half of 2019 to kind of present day now. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. So starting out, I have Room, and I read this book in October, and I liked the book. I think I saw the movie before I read the book, so I knew kind of the premise of it. And in terms of like the book adaptation, like the first half of the book is basically identical to the movie. Like the movie did a really good job at sticking to the book. It's the second half of the book where it differs, and I think I prefer how the movie did it maybe a little bit better. I think it kind of showed more of the healing process, especially for the mother in this case, and because the book is told from the kid's perspective, we don't get a lot of kind of that storyline. We get it, he's not really understanding what's going on, and it does some things that do happen in like the book translate into the movie, but I think the movie did a better job at showing that healing process, and also having the mother's parents have a bigger role in that part. But I agree with the book in having them be more active with like social workers, and that the movie didn't do that much, as my mom and my sister who are social workers were complaining about that. So I overall, oops, I almost dropped my notebook again, but yeah, I liked the movie a little bit better, and Brie Larson is just amazing. Next we have Crazy Rich Asians, because I finally read the book, and I have to say I enjoyed the movie a lot better. Did this book need to be 500 pages? No. And I had a lot of problems with it. I gave the book 2 out of 5 stars. Like, there's a lot of problematic aspects in terms of the dialogue, and just some of the things the characters say are very offensive and misogynistic, and I don't know, like, I don't think they were necessarily character development, but like especially when some of the characters go on their bachelor weekend, and I'm just like, oh my god, like I don't think guys actually like talk like that. I know my boyfriend does it, but yeah, it's like, and the characters just fell flat, and I felt like the movie did a better job at fleshing out these characters, making them more complex. And yeah, I just think the movie is better in that 2-hour kind of movie format, and especially when the character, like the author, is describing all these clothes, and I'm like, this means nothing to me. So like the visual aspect of the clothes and the houses, I think translates better than in the book. So this is definitely like a trilogy I would watch in movie format, and like go and see the movies as as they make them. And it's not, but overall it's a series that I'm not going to continue with book-wise. Next up we have Big Little Lies, specifically season 2, and I really thought I think Big Little Lies is a case where I enjoyed the book just as much as the TV show adaptation, and I think it did a really good job complementing material, so I enjoyed both. So they're not like, I think they're both good. I really enjoyed season 2 because it kind of extends past the plot of the book, and so we're in uncharted territories because we don't necessarily know how it's going to end. But I really liked the second season as well. It's kind of dealing with like legal battles, covering like kind of the healing process with being in an abusive relationship, and kind of having kids involved, I think is very interesting. And Meryl Streep plays a really good kind of villain in this as well, but I like just kind of the gossipy nature, and especially in like the second season they all have to come together to kind of like cover up what happened in the first one. So yeah, I rented this from the library back in like February, right before the world shut down, because I'm happy because I did, because I was like, I'm not paying for HBO. Next up we have Little Fires Everywhere, and I tried to read this book over the summer, and I read like maybe 30 or so pages, and I was like, this is not for me. But I did enjoy the TV show. I think what's interesting about the TV show is that I did not really like any of the characters. Although I appreciate the correct spelling of Lexie in the TV show, I did not like any of the characters, but I was intrigued enough to see what happens, because the first episode, as what happens in the beginning of the book, is that their house is on fire and you want to know what led to that fire burning, like that fire starting. So like I was intrigued enough to watch it, but I did not like the characters. It's very well done and it takes place in a town that's like right near ours, so like I understand kind of the prejudice of, you know, Shaker Heights. So it's interesting to read a book that from a town that I know, and or watch a TV show from a town that I know and kind of understand that, because it's basically the same now. But the acting was very good. It's just like the characters are not likable in my opinion, but I was still intrigued enough to watch. So if there is going to be a second season of it, I would definitely watch it because I feel so bad for Izzy. But yeah, I really enjoyed this TV show adaptation, even though I didn't really like the characters. Next we have Sharp Objects, and I watched this towards the end of 2019 because I got the DVD from the library, and I read Sharp Objects like maybe 5 or 6 years ago, so I remembered who was the killer in this one, but like anything between the beginning and the end I did not remember. But I really enjoyed this kind of slow burn adaptation, and this is one where again where I think the book and TV show are very good. They complement each other very well. I think the TV show did a really good job at kind of spreading it out and making it a slow burn and just having that small town feel, and how the house and the characters are just like depicted, I think is totally how I pictured them. I really enjoy this. It's definitely one I want to get on DVD for myself to watch because it was very good and it's very dark, and I really like seeing flawed characters and there's a lot of them in here. But yeah, I liked the murder investigation. I just thought it was very well done and I enjoyed it. And lastly we have the Handmaid's Tale, specifically season 3. This is another adaptation where I prefer the adaptation over the book. I read the book before watching the TV show when it came out, and I just didn't really necessarily like the writing style, but I think in that case the TV show did a better job at kind of fleshing out the characters and the storyline, and I liked how it's expanded upon the world. In particular, you get the like the refugee kind of workings in Toronto. In particular, you get like to see the characters who have fled Gilead, you know, come to terms with what's going on and trying to get the people they love out. I think that kind of expands upon the world, because especially in like the novel you just get the narration. Here we get the different perspectives that aren't necessarily in the book, and I really enjoyed season 3. It's very more political than the first two. I feel like the first 2 seasons were very much the shock factor of, you know, that, you know, type of world, which seems very eerily similar to what's kind of going on now. But I feel like this one was very political in terms of the maneuvering, the manipulation, and kind of, you know, fighting back against kind of that government, and I really enjoyed it. The acting in here is like just amazing, so it's really good. I'm curious to see when season 4 will come out. I know everything's been kind of pushed back because of COVID, but yeah, I'm excited to see what happens because it ended on a cliffhanger. So that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below what some of your favorite recent, you know, adaptations are and all of that fun stuff. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.